What if one of the most famous aviation mysteries on Earth is not about monsters, portals, or alien beams, but something more frightening, ordinary mistakes in one of the most unforgiving parts of the Atlantic? This is the Bermuda Triangle, the loose region between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. For decades, people have claimed that planes vanish here without warning. Some stories are exaggerated, some are misreported, but a few real cases remain deeply unsettling. The most famous began on December 5, 1945. 5 U.S. Navy torpedo bombers took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on a routine training mission. They were known as Flight 19. The aircraft were supposed to practice navigation, bombing runs, and return to base before dark. Then the radio messages became strange. The flight leader seemed unsure of his position. He reportedly believed his compasses were malfunctioning. The pilots argued over whether they were near the Florida Keys or out over the Bahamas. As fuel ran low and weather worsened, their voices faded into static. Then Flight 19 disappeared. 14 men were lost. But the mystery did not end there. A rescue aircraft, a PBM Mariner, was sent to search for them. It also vanished. 13 more men were lost, and a possible explosion was reported in the area. No confirmed wreckage from Flight 19 was recovered. From that moment, the legend of the Bermuda Triangle began to grow. But Flight 19 was not alone. In January 1948, a British South American Airways aircraft called Star Tiger was flying from the Azores toward Bermuda. Radio contact appeared normal. Then, without a distress call, the aircraft vanished. 1 year later, in January 1949, another aircraft from the same airline, Star Ariel, left Bermuda bound for Kingston, Jamaica. The weather was reported as good. The flight sent routine communications. Then it, too, disappeared without a trace. These cases became fuel for the myth. Aircraft gone. No wreckage. No final explanation. Just empty ocean. So what is actually happening? Theory 1. Weather. The Bermuda Triangle sits in a region where tropical storms, sudden squalls, thunderstorms, and waterspouts can develop quickly. For early aircraft with limited instruments, range, and communication systems, bad weather could turn a normal flight into a deadly trap. A pilot might lose visibility. A compass might seem unreliable. Radio contact could fade. Over open ocean, there are no roads, no landmarks, and no safe place to land. Theory 2. Navigation error. Before GPS, pilots relied on compasses, maps, radio bearings, dead reckoning, and visual fixes. If a crew misidentified islands, drifted off course, or trusted a wrong heading, they could fly farther out to sea while believing they were heading home. That is one of the leading explanations often discussed for Flight 19. Not a portal, not a curse. A chain of confusion, stress, fading daylight, and fuel running out over a vast ocean. Theory 3. The Gulf Stream. This powerful ocean current flows through the region. If a plane crashes at sea, debris can scatter quickly. Wreckage may sink, drift, break apart, or move far from the crash site before search teams arrive. That matters because the triangle feels mysterious, partly because evidence is missing. But lack of wreckage is not proof of the supernatural. It may simply mean the ocean is very good at hiding things. Theory 4. Deep water. Parts of this region include extremely deep ocean. A crash site can be difficult to locate even with modern technology. In the 1940s, search teams faced huge distances, rough seas, limited radar, and far less precise tracking. A missing plane could disappear in minutes while the search area expanded to thousands of square miles. Then there are the stranger theories. Some people suggest magnetic anomalies that interfere with compasses. Others propose methane gas rising from the seafloor, causing engines to fail or water to lose buoyancy. Popular culture adds time warps, alien abductions, and underwater civilizations, but those dramatic explanations are not proven causes for the famous aviation disappearances. They make great stories, but the strongest explanations are usually more human and more environmental. Aviation experts often see the Bermuda Triangle not as a supernatural zone, but as a busy, storm-prone, historically challenging area of ocean travel. Many ships and planes cross it safely every year. The mystery survives because a few tragic cases left little evidence behind. And that may be the real reason the Bermuda Triangle still haunts us. It is not just that planes vanished, it is that they vanished into silence. A normal flight, a routine message, a wrong turn, a storm building on the horizon, then nothing.